and welcome to the channel. You haven't seen me before. I've agreed to give Matt a hand in doing some videos for the channel. I'm his other half, Sarah, and today I'm going to be having a look at If One Thing Changed. So I'm just going to click start and we'll see what this is about. This game has no volume control. Please listen to this chime and adjust your system volume until it is at a good volume for you, as there may be low sounds contained within this game. Headphones recommended. Caution. This story may contain situations that you may find uncomfortable. This story is completely fictional and is not based on experiences neither I or anyone I have ever met. If you are sensitive to realistic situations, I would not recommend you play this game. There are no images, just music and sound. Okay. So you best click the mouse and see what happens. Mom and Dad are fighting again. It feels like every day now. And obviously, it is about me. Again. Why does it feel that this is all my fault? That I have done everything wrong. It really feels as it was not long ago that all three of us were happy. Mom, sweetie, it's dinner time. I love food, always have. Looked forward to all meals and snacks and candy. I quickly ran to the table. As I sat down, a plate was set in front of me. Mashed potatoes, peas, and a juicy pork chop was placed in front of me. I love mashed potatoes and Dad's famous pork chops. Really, any kind of meat. But his pork chops were my favourite. Peas, on the other hand, I did not really like. I pushed away the plate, leaving only peas spread across the plate. Mom, moving them around doesn't count as eating them. Eat them as well, so you will grow up smart and pretty. Like that really works. I pushed away the plate with only the peas remaining. Mom, honey, you need to eat those to help you become a very smart girl. Okay. Eat your peas, don't eat your peas. I'm not gonna eat my peas. Mom, you won't get any dessert if you don't eat them. Angry at facing the no dessert, I hit the plate without thinking. And the peas and food flew through the air and hit Mother. Ouch. I just remember her yelling at me after that and being sent to bed. I remember school being a different story. I was cute, but also kind of a tomboy. There was this one time, once at school, during recess. Boy, do I miss having those. The time to play and run around when no one would tell you that you had things to do. Schoolgirl, hey, come play with us. I was so surprised. I was new in this school and I felt I was already making friends, which made me happy and, well, eager to please. I was more than willing to follow my new friend. Over to a couple other children at the side of the school. Once I got there, they were gathering small rocks for whatever reason. So I join in to help gather rocks. Okay. I did not know how it happened, but we changed from collecting rocks to throwing them. Jesus. Next thing I knew, a window was broken. Yeah, I got that. It wasn't me. Hell, I didn't even throw a rock yet. Next thing heard was, "Schoolgirl, I can't get into trouble. My mummy will be so mad at me. Please, say you did it. You're my best friend. Please." Bless you. I never had a best friend before. Teacher rushes over to us, almost screaming. Teacher, are you kids okay? Who broke this window? Why were you kids throwing rocks? You are in so much trouble. He rattled on so quickly, I couldn't follow how angry he was. I had to decide quickly. Take the blame or tell the truth. Oh, she's not... You don't really know her. Why should you take the blame? I'm gonna say we tell the truth. She threw the rock, I said as I pointed to my new friend. As soon as I did, the other kids pointed in agreement that it was her. Last thing I remember of that was the pain of her screaming. Schoolgirl. I hate you, you're not my friend. Okay. Those words echoed in my head, and it hurts to think that I betrayed a friend. Not sure she was a friend. But I was just telling the truth. Why did it hurt so much? Thinking back, I was usually alone. I had very few friends. But I was always trying to outdo what I saw others do. Jungle gyms, monkey bars, swings. Oh yes, I loved swings. It was where you would find me most of the time, at school or at the park. I remember kids jumping from the swings, from as high as they could, to see how far they would go. And when they were done, I always felt I could do better. One day, I did. That day, after the kids left, I went over and decided to copy them. But for some reason, it wasn't enough. I got on that swing and went as hard as I could, as high as I could. I wanted to fly. I closed my eyes and I felt the rush. as I flew up and down, back and forth. The wind rushing past me. That is when it came to me. Let go, do not let go. Just let go. Just let go. That's what you've done it for. At the highest point, I let go. And I flew. The wind rushing past, my heart aflutter. Then I opened my eyes. I made a mistake. I didn't think. How high up are you? I was a kid after all. I failed to remember that I would have to land at some point. I screamed as I looked down from what felt like miles. Seconds felt like minutes. I watched the ground come toward me, then I couldn't remember much. Adults running toward me. Sirens, blood and pain. The pain. Eight weeks I was in those casts. I broke an arm and a leg. Must have cost my parents a fortune. But I got hurt so badly and they put me on some pill. I couldn't feel anything. Pain, emotions. For one of the best feelings of my life. It took a heavy toll. I never got on a swing again. Wow. And that's what I was thinking. I feel like my childhood was awkward. Still seemed rather normal though. My teenage years, on the other hand, were scarier. Once I hit puberty, it wasn't all angst, hatred and boys. Well, maybe a boy. My teen years were very memorable. It brought me far more than I expected when I reached high school. I still was not very social, but somehow I managed to get a boyfriend. Everything went so fast, yet felt slow at the time. Just a blink, and it was all gone. But that day, I could never forget. We hadn't dated long when he invited me to a party. He was only a year older than me, so it was not anything special. He was mature. When we arrived, it was different. Not what I remember a party to be. The air was thick, almost unbreathable. Everywhere I looked, there were kids of all ages. And I mean, there were kids that looked like middle schoolers. They were all kissing, making out, smoking. I was curious and yet disgusted at the same time. Despite knowing it was bad, I wanted to try it. I wanted to fit in. And my curiosity. No sooner do I think that, then he came back with booze, and I think it was a cigarette of some kind. He offered both to me. Oh. She wants to fit in, so she's going to want to take them. So, shall we? Okay, so we want to fit in, so let's take them, yeah? Take them. It is not like I was doubting my morals, but I didn't want to offend him, and I wanted to know what it was like. I almost gagged whilst trying to take a sip of the drink. I still don't know what it was, but it burned. Trying to smoke was no better. A horrible feeling, like I couldn't breathe. As I started coughing, I felt the whole room judging me. He urged me to inhale it in and hold my breath. Holy Mother of, that was a bad idea. At that point, I don't remember anything. That's a lie. I remember more drinking, more smoking, spinning, music, colours, lights, and being on the floor a lot. I also remember me and him going farther than we ever had. Or that I wanted to at that point. Though, with all that was going on, everything was a yes. Good news. Okay. We didn't go that far. That's something. That happened a few years later in life. We almost did. But the sirens and the door being busted down kind of killed the mood. Okay? Not to mention being picked up at a police station on what I did not understand. I was grounded for what felt like forever. And it seemed like lectures every few minutes. For months, I was trapped. I can't say all my memories were bad. But it never seems to be the good ones I remember. Shopping with what friends I did have was always a blast. We ate food, got clothes, drooled over cute guys as they walked by. It was always good fun. Until we had a few new people join our small group. We met them one day at the mall. They were way too cool for us. I don't remember how the friendship began, but I know how it all ended. The last time I ever enjoyed shopping. It seems like a distant memory after what happened. Dark chocolate is my favourite. Really? I was spending all I had for my stash at home. It was running low. After I gathered my oh, okay. You're buying chocolate. You're buying chocolate. I turned to our new friends and saw them sticking stuff in their pockets. They were signalling me to come over. I didn't know why they were, but I had an idea. Girl 1. Hey, grab a couple of these, my pockets are full. Girl 2. Mine too. Hurry up, and don't worry, we do this all the time. I know this is wrong, but it sounded exciting. Something to brag about. A story to tell, even if it is small. That does look tasty. No, you've been in enough trouble. Don't do it. What? The next thing I know, a couple of more cops come up behind us. We are then escorted to some room in the mall. She didn't do anything though. She said no. After they lectured us and made a few phone calls, we waited for our parents. I just couldn't believe that this happened. My parents still bring it up even now. And it's just not fair. Well, of course it's not. You didn't actually take anything. I was banned from the mall for life. The biggest turning point in high school years was not even about high school. It was about driving. I always wanted to drive. To have the freedom, the speed, ability to get away. Even after my license, I was never allowed to use the car. Or so it seemed. I got my chance when I least expected it. A drive-in movie. Let's have another drink. No dates, just me, fresh air, and movie food. It was just a night. I had no one to watch over me. The movie was a double feature of movies that had been in theatres for a while. So it was to be a long night, and I was going to love every minute. My bladder didn't agree. I don't want to miss part of the movie, but I really need to go. And the movie is just getting so good. I was beginning to regret buying the jumbo soda. Be better going. Might as well go. I couldn't hold it in. I had to go. I jumped out of the car, leaving the door open, and rushed to the restroom. I hate public restrooms. After washing my hands, feeling relieved, I headed back to the car. Now, where did I park? Oh, okay. I swear it was over here somewhere. Oh, no. Wait. No. No, it can't be. It's been stolen from a drive-in? How? This isn't fair. Why me? Why now? Why? That sucks. After I calmed my head, I headed back to the food stand to use their phone and explain what happened to my dad. Okay. He went off the rails. I was irresponsible for leaving the keys in the car. And there were no security cameras at the drive-in. Police never found the car. My dad said the insurance wouldn't cover it. Just another simple choice gone horribly wrong. I can't even scratch the surface of my experiences. But some of the biggest things happen when you have to be an adult. After high school, I was forced. Well, not forced. I was suggested to get a job. Parents are such a pain. Well, it wasn't a bad idea, since I wanted stuff. Yeah. And that requires money. Though it took me weeks and what felt like hundreds of applications, I would work anywhere at this point. Finally, the time came. Just as a waitress, but who am I to complain? It was harder than I thought it would be. But I was pretty, according to all the customers, which got me tips, really good tips. I was making more than I ever thought I would. But as the weeks went by, it seemed like my checks were getting smaller. I tried to bring it up to the owner, my boss. And he just kept brushing me off, saying that I am getting paid for what I work. I told my parents. They told me to keep track of my own time. I wanted to trust my boss, but I kept track anyway. My next check was even lower than before, and my records showed that I should have been paid more. A lot more. I brought it to the attention of the boss when I was off, and he responded with all these wild excuses. I tried to fight him on it, demanding my money. Boss, you're replaceable. Complain again and you're fired. Well, you're a nice man, aren't you? He walked out of the office for a break, which he did 40 times a day. I noticed something after he left. The safe was open with a bunch of cash. I worked hard. I wanted what I earned, and I was going to take it. Then find another job. Ooh. Take what you're owed, take more, stuff your pockets. What if I don't want to take anything? Well, actually, there's no don't take it. in that case, I'm just going to take what I'm owed. Or what she's owed. I took what I thought was owed to me. Didn't want to steal, but I wanted what was mine. Left my apron and told everyone there I quit. Okay. It was enough to get me by. At least while I found a different job, which eventually I did with far better pay and a great boss. I feel a bit bad, but I don't regret what I did. Okay. With all the things in life, I remember the scariest moment of my life. Met a guy and he asked me out. What a beautiful night. And such a great date. He was charming, romantic, caring. Everything you would hope for. At the end of the date, he offered me a ride home. I declined. I wanted to walk home on such a great night. But shortly into my walk, things changed. I saw something off in the distance near an alley. A kid who was waving his arms at this homeless man. I decided to go and do a little investigating. Why? Why would you do that? To what was going on. Though, as I got closer, I saw he had a gun. He was waving a gun around at the man. Is it real? Wait. Is he robbing the guy? How dense am I? Of course he was. Oh! Out. Hide and call the cops. Try and intervene. Okay. If you hide and call the cops, at least you're doing something. If you try and intervene, you're probably both gonna get shot. Hide and call the cops. I stayed back and silently called the police. Tried to make sure I was hidden. I wanted to be far away. I wanted to leave. But I barely could dial a phone, let alone run. Well, on the phone with the police, I watched as the poor guy cowered in fear. But still refused to give what little he had. This seemed to piss the kid off even more. Suddenly, the homeless man jumped at his attacker. My heart stopped. Yeah, so did mine. Watching the homeless man's body fall to the floor. His shooter rummaged through his body, then ran off. I dropped my phone with 911 on the line. Ran to him as fast as I could. There was no point. Lifeless. Motionless. He was dead. Could I have done something? Yeah, would you alone up getting killed as well, though? That's the question. As everyone was running around, I couldn't keep track of anything. Just stood there, motionless, as the sirens and lights surrounded me. I was questioned for a while about the description of the shooter, but only to find out that my memory couldn't recall anything but a vague description. All that was crossing my mind. That image was burned into me. Took me weeks to recover. And I still haven't gotten over it. My parents described me as completely inconsolable. I felt like I could have saved him. I can't escape how much trouble I feel like I have caused everyone. Mostly my parents. Being an adult has never made me want to be a kid again. Every day you wish you could just be carefree and irresponsible again. That's it. Screw being an adult. I went and got drunk. I mean, everyone did. Not care what gender. I'm not sure about that bit. One guy offered to buy me a drink. I was not going to pass that up, which was unknowingly one of the worst decisions of my life. Something was wrong. I was not okay after that drink. Everything started feeling weird. Think I was drugged. The night just got worse from there. He got me into a cab heading somewhere. I was not in control of myself. I wanted everything, but wanted to get away at the same time. My brain made me relive all of my bad experiences. All at once, and I was shutting down. I'm being drugged. And being drugged didn't make it better. Next thing I could recall is that he was touching me. It all changed. Wished I was good and did everything right. Couldn't move. Couldn't scream. Couldn't fight back. This is all my fault. Somebody save me. Cab driver. Barely after we started moving, he slammed on the brakes. Looked back and asked me if I was okay. I could barely shake my head. Apparently it was enough. cab driver busted out of his door and ripped the guy out of the back. Punched him out cold in one shot. This cab driver, I have no idea what he looked like. And it didn't matter. He saved me from a horrible experience. Before I passed out, he managed to find out where I wanted to go. With the barely audible voice I heard. Let's go home. Let's just go home. And it didn't happen. He took out my phone and called my parents. I couldn't stop him, even if I wanted to. My parents met him at my house, and they helped me inside. Instantly fell asleep, then woke up alone. I started crying and couldn't stop. If it wasn't for that driver, my dad called and lectured me. Thanks, Dad. On my poor decision making. And that I should have been more careful. She was drugged. I hung up and continued to cry. Until I fell asleep again. I love my parents. They have taken such good care of me through everything. I wouldn't be that really. I can never thank them enough. But that is when it all happened. When everything changed. It had to have been years now. It is hard to keep count like this. Just a normal day coming home from work. Nothing special. I lived close enough to walk home every day. Only a few blocks, occasionally pick up a coffee. Waiting. Sign changes to walk. I start crossing. About halfway into the street. Oh. Since the accident, I had been in a coma. But I can hear everything. Every word the doctors have said. every single thing my parents thought about. I wish I could tell them one last time. I am so sorry for what I put them through. My parents are still fighting. It's all about money. Me being a burden. And that they can't afford the care I need. Even the doctor is saying that I won't be coming out of this. And at this point, I don't think I want to anymore. But it's not like I have had a choice. And I can hear them. I don't get one now. They are coming. If I had one wish, I want to tell them thank you. And that I love you both so well, that was if one thing changed. I don't really have any words for that. I'm gonna sign off now, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you in another video. Thanks for watching, guys.